Good morning. This is Dr. Tom Schlueter. I am doing this special message this morning just to you, members of Gideon's 300. I am so thankful, so grateful for y'all. Thank you for your ongoing prayers. Thank you for your ongoing gifts to help the ministry of Texas Apostolic Prayer Network. I am so grateful for the intercession, for the support, for the strength that you represent as high-level warriors of intercession here in the state of Texas. I just decided to do something a little bit different today. My calendar came up with a reminder that it's time for my Gideon's 300 newsletter to go out, and I will still send that out by constant contact. And I hope to include this video with that so that everyone that's a part of Gideon's 300, even if they're not on Facebook, will be able to hear this. But I just wanted to speak to you personally today. And again, just thank you so much for your support. Kay and I cannot express our gratefulness. We cannot express in words how excited we are to be connected with such mighty, wondrous, covenantal people in the state of Texas and even beyond. We have several people who are Gideon's 300 members that aren't even residents in the state of Texas, and we are, again, so grateful for that. I know I've been using the word grateful so much, but I am overwhelming with gratefulness this morning. I am just excited about this season. I know we're in really kind of a crazy season. We've all been in a lockdown position. We've all been either quarantined because we are sick, or we've been kept to be safe in our homes during this crisis. I hope that you're not just huddling down. If you are on Facebook, I would encourage you to go listen to a Facebook Live that I did on my page just this morning about a dream that I had about hamsters. And you'll get a good chuckle out of that, because even in this time of hiding and keeping safe in our home, let me change that. In this season of staying safe in our home, it is not a season for hiding. It is not a season for huddling down in fear. It is not a season for that. This is a season for the church to arise, to come into its greatest moment. I've shared with many people that through Facebook Live, and now only also on our website, which is pophoparlington.com. Or you can also go to texasapn.com, and you can watch our live streaming on Sunday morning. And the one thing about it is, many of you may know that Prince of Peace House of Prayer here is a small congregation. Actually, that has been good for me, because it has allowed Kay and I on many occasions to hand over the reins to people in the church that can do the services and preach the word. And we can go out in the state and visit with people all across this state in the 16 different regions, whether it be the west, the east, the north, or the south, or in the central part of the state. And so we have a small congregation. But what we have noticed is that in our live streaming, we are reaching 10 times, 12, 15 times more people through live streaming than we did if people just come into the church. And we're recognizing that that is true across the board. It's not just about our congregation. We are seeing literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of people that are now watching the broadcast of churches all across the world. They may be in India and they're watching a live stream of a service here in the United States, and vice versa. We are seeing people that are being connected in ways that they never would have been connected before. So even in this place of time where we just feel sheltered in, we are not in any way sheltered in. And I just want to encourage you that even though we can't get out and travel as much in this season, we still get out, we travel, we drive around, we go and support local businesses, buy some takeout food and things like that. But obviously we can't do ministry like we've been able to do over the last several years with TXAPM. That day's coming back. That day's coming back. Matter of fact, Kay and I have been in prayer. We've been talking to each other about ways that even if in a safe at home situation where we might be able to drive out and just get into the areas and regions of the state of Texas, and if by chance we meet some intercessors or coordinators along the way, that we could encourage them. Folks, we've got to take advantage of this moment. God has brought the church into this pause for a purpose. It's a pause for a purpose. God's wanting to use his people in this hour like in ways that we've never seen before, because we truly are on the verge of a great awakening. We truly are on the verge of something coming up out of the groundswell of the church that we have never witnessed before in our lifetime. We are seeing it already happening with many miracles, with many dreams and visions and prophetic words that are being spoken about the massive awakening and harvest that is coming just around the corner. I truly believe that with all of my heart. One of the remarkable prophetic words, it was actually a vision, a dream, I'm sorry. It was a dream that was given to a young 7-year-old, Benjamin Ford. Many of you may know Will Ford. He does a tremendous ministry of reconciliation and redemption all across the nation and the nations of the earth. Well, his 7-year-old son had a very vivid dream. Matter of fact, I was on the phone call with a conference call last night with Will, and he said that his son, up until last night, had had the dream 6 nights in a row. When you have something that is repeated that often, it is a sign from the Lord. You need to pay attention to this. And the dream is about this ugly green plant that has engulfed the world, and its tentacles are strangling and trying to crush the world. And on the top of this green plant, there is a crown. And Benjamin didn't even understand that the word corona means crown, but he saw this massive green thing that was strangling the earth. And then out of nowhere came this animal, this beast. It had the head of a lion and the body of a lamb. Can't make this up. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Lamb of God, who was redeemed and redeemed us from all sin by his precious blood. This beast, this animal, this lion and lamb came and devoured this plant. And now again, this dream has been shown over and over and over again to Benjamin. And as they've shared it, they've heard many other children all across the world that are having similar visions and dreams. The key to the end of this dream is that there was this piece of paper or a poster or something that showed up in his dream and said, this will end on April 30th. Now, I don't know exactly what end means. Is it the end, the beginning of the end? Is it going to just shift so dramatically that all of a sudden this just changes in our lives? I don't know, but I am agreeing with it. I am grabbing a hold of it. It is a dream. It's prophetic words that God has given, that he's releasing this hour like never before. And I just am believing and agreeing that we are on the cusp of something really big. Many of you have also seen the video that's been circulating again about the Hebrides revival and about the 2 great aunts of Donald Trump who were a part of that revival. And if you've heard the story, I'm not going to retell it, but the Bible that was used in that revival made its way down through relatives and now was given to Donald John Trump and by these great aunts through a series of different inheritances. And it now rests there on his desk in the Oval Office. We believe that we are in a season when the Lord is lifting up some mighty leaders, and not just in the church, but in the church. Political leaders, governmental leaders, business leaders, educational leaders, science leaders, leaders in all forms and all parts of the 7 cultures of the world that we live in, and we are moving towards awakening. I just want to encourage you. Press on, Gideons, because we're going to see a victory in the coming days. The last thing I want to share with you is I'm going to put this out today, so hopefully you'll see this video today. Obviously, you can see it right away on Facebook Live on your Gideons. And I invite you tonight, if you haven't already joined, you don't even have to join tonight by a subscription, but at www.encountertruth.com, tonight at 9 o'clock, I have a regular show on that program every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. Well, tonight, Dutch Sheets will be joining me, and we're going to be talking about the arising church. I would encourage you to get on it. I encourage you to use a good internet server. The one that they highly recommend for this, it's a free download, is Chrome, that you can get through Google. Get Chrome so that you can listen to it. I would also invite you to go ahead and go there now as soon as you hear this and just get acquainted with that site. www.encountertruth.com. You're going to click on the front room and then follow the links into the show tonight at 9 o'clock. I would encourage you to go in there much earlier because it's going to ask you to sign up. It's not going to be subscribing you. It's just going to sign you up so that when you get on the site, we will know who is on the site with us. So I strongly encourage you to join us with that tonight. But let me finish now, and just by saying again, here's the word again, we are so grateful. Thank you for being warriors in the state of Texas, but not just in the state of Texas, because we are a prophetic voice to the nation. So as you pray, as you decree, as you war in the Spirit, it is for our nation and for the nations of the earth. Blessings to all of you so much. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you.